What's up, guys? Jason here, back to my channel. Tonight I'll be doing a review for Aew Dynamite. I know I was supposed to do this earlier, but whatever. I can see in the background what that shelf used to be, with the Walking Dead and stuff. Yeah, right here, all that. Yeah, so it's tomorrow, which will be Friday. I'll be moving, so yeah. So I'll be moving out of town. I mean, I'll be here in the state in Texas, but I'll be going to a different city and stuff. So yeah, so I'll have my own apartment, all that stuff, and yeah, so I'll be living by myself. So anyways, let's go get to it then. With the first match right away, John Moxley and Brian Danielson versus Kyle Fletcher and Jeff Cobb. The familiar sounds of Wild Thing plays, and we see John Moxley backstage. He has through the crowd to make his usual custom ring entrance as the fans in the Seattle area go wild. He makes it to the ring barricade, but is jumped by his scheduled opponents for this tag team opener. Kyle Fletcher and Jeff Cobb attack Mox as we hear Tony Schiavone, Taz, and Don Callis welcome us to the show on commentary as the two continue to beat down Mox. The theme for his fellow Blackpool Combat Club member Brian Danielson hits, and the crowd goes wild as American Dragon heads to the ring in a hurry. Danielson's music continues to play for the next couple of minutes as the BCC duo brawl with the Don Callis family team. Finally, the bell sounds, and it is Danielson and Cobb kicking things off in the ring for their respective teams. Danielson blasts Cobb with repeated yes kicks in the corner of the ring. Mox tags in and loud Moxley chant breaks out. We see we see Danielson slap Cobb in a figure four leg lock and crank back on the wheel. The big man, he leans back and tags Mox back in. Cobb bull rushes Mox into his corner, and he and Fletcher double team him. Fletcher tags in and goes to work on Mox in the corner, but Mox starts no selling him. He voluntarily walks to the other corner of the ring and gives him a free chop before turning him around and lighting him up with his own chops and strikes. Mox drops back for a straight arm bar on Fletcher, but Fletcher defends and defends well and takes back over until Mox blasts him in the gut and tags him Danielson. Brian lays Fletcher across the top rope and climbs to the top in the corner. He plays to the crowd and leaps off and connects with the big knee drop to the back of Fletcher's head. As the crowd reacts to the high spot, we shift gears and head to our first mid-match commercial break of the evening. When we return from the break, we see the Don Callis family duo in the offensive lead. Cobb hits a wild turning German suplex. He and Fletcher go for a modified Doomsday device, but the BCC duo avoid it and take over. Danielson hits his knee finisher and roundhouse kick, and Mox follows up with the Death Rider for the win. After the match, Kanoshi took a Sheeta that attacks Mox with a foreign object. Claudio Casanova runs him off. So winners are John Moxley and Brian Danielson. Alright, we have a little segment here. A very WWE style look how mainstream we are video package error showing how much Swerve Strickland has gone over as top guy now that he is the AEW World Champion. It's actually really well done. After this wraps up, we return inside the arena where Adam Copeland's theme music hits. Out comes the TNT champion, but he's immediately attacked from behind by the House of Black. They beat him all the way down to the ring. The House of Black members hold Aliveness Copeland as Malachi Black gets on the mic. He begins, but is immediately caught up by a loud "Shut the fuck up" chant. Malachi tells Mr. Matthews to take off Copeland's waiting ring while Brody King chokes him out. They lean Copeland in the corner, and Brody starts circling like he's about to do something. When Kyle O'Reilly tries running out to make the save, only to be savagely taken out by Brody King and Malachi Black. All three House of Black members run from the ring apron and kick a chair into Copeland's face. At the same time, they walk off as Copeland's Copeland is slumped over in the ring, and O'Reilly is slumped over on the floor. As Cowboy points out that Malachi Black still technically didn't give an answer to Copeland's barbed wire steel cage match request. All right, next match coming up is the Young Bucks versus Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal. When the segment wraps up, we shoot over to the commentary table, and here at Cowboy wrap up, we what we just saw in a semi-serious voice. He then puts his real serious voice on as he introduces a video package from NJPW researchers while explaining that Eddie Kingston may have suffered a bad injury at the hands of the Elite. After it wraps up, we see the Elite standing by live. They sarcastically talk about how Kingston appears to have been bitten by the injury bug, and as a result, anarchy in the arena might be 4 against 3. They gloat about their attacks of Tony Khan, Kenny Omega, and Eddie Kingston. Shiga Okada vows to destroy bitch Dax Harwood tonight. We head to a break. As we're south back break, we see a commercial for the Young Bucks' new Reebok pump sneakers. After that, we shoot to FTR backstage with Renee Paquette. They tease possibly finding a fourth member for Anarchy in the arena to replace the injury. Eddie Kingston back inside the arena. The Young Bucks theme hits, and out they come as Jack Perry sells in on commentary theme for the opponent's hits, and out comes Christopher Downs and Matt Sydal. The battle sound for sure this one. Sydal and Nicholas Jackson kick things off for their respective teams. After a few minutes, we head to a mid-match break. We return with the Young Bucks get the win. After the match, they cut a post promo firing Christopher Downs for putting his hands on Jackson last week. Jack Perry stands up and toasts the Bucks for making the tough decisions, and then dumps his drink over Shivani's head. So fucked up. So winners the Young Bucks. All right, little backstage segment coming up. Interview, whatever. We see Renee Paquette backstage with Thomas, Tony Storm, Brian May, and Luther the Butler. We learned that May, Luther, and Saraya have been banned from ringside for Storm's match tonight. Storm reacts to this is typical Thomas Tony's fashion, and then we head to another commercial break. Alright, so we have another segment, a little backstage here, another one. As we return from the break, we see Malachi Black backstage holding Adam Copeland's wedding ring as he cuts a promo accepting his challenge for a barbed wire steel cage match for the TNT Championship at the upcoming AEW Double or Nothing 2024 pay-per-view. If Black wins, Copeland must bend a knee to the House of Black. Our next match is Hook versus Sebastian Wolf. Back inside the arena, Hook theme hits, and out comes the cold-hearted Handsome Devil for our next match of the evening. Already in the ring, and his scheduled opponent for tonight. Sebastian Wolf Taz points out that Hook is not in a good mood tonight. Hook dumps Wolf on his dome with the suplex and slaps in Red Rum for the win in mere seconds. After the match, Hook gets on the mic and calls out Chris Jericho. Out comes the learning tree with Big Bill. He heads to the ring and in smiling fashion offers Hook the opportunity to be in a disqualification match on the AEW Collision to possibly earn a shot at the FTW Championship. Hook slaps Jericho. Jericho and Bill attack him until Kazari Shibata runs out to make the save. Jericho is shown bleeding afterwards, so the winner is Hook. Alright, next match is Swerve Strickland, who is a champion, versus Brian Cage. This is the AEW World Championship Eliminator match. We shoot backstage where AEW champion Swerve Strickland congratulates Washington on one of their own, bringing home a world title. He talks about Christian Cage and vows to put him in his coffin at AEW Double or Nothing. He sends a message to Brian Cage and tells everyone to welcome him to whose house. The crowd responds, Swerve's house. Inside the arena, Swerve's theme hits, and out he comes for an AEW World Championship Eliminator match against his former fellow member of the Mongol Embassy, the Machine, Brian Cage. Swerve comes out, Prince nonetheless once again. Swerve attacks Cage as soon as the match begins and immediately focusing his offensive on the arm of the Machine. Cage fights back and hits a big slam on Swerve into the turnbuckles in the corner of the ring. On that note, we should gears ahead to a mid-match commercial break as this title eliminator battle continues. When we return, Swerve hits the house call and the Swerve Stomp for the win. After the match, he continues the attack on Cage. Christian Cage's theme hits, and now he comes smiling with Nick Wayne's mom from behind. Nick Wayne blasts Swerve with the low blow, which Taz refers to as Yambag Yahtzee. Guy loved the human suplex machine on the headset. Cage takes shots at Swerve being a bad father and busts him open above his eye. Last week, he took the Mongol Bassi from him. This week, his blood. He's delivering on his promise to take something from him. Every week, every week ahead of AEW Double Nothing, we head to another break. So winner is Swerve. All right, Thomas Tony Storm versus Harley Cameron. When we return from break, we see Hook backstage when he is approached by Samoa Joe after the briefcase interaction. We return inside the arena where the screen goes black and white as AEW Women's World Champion Thomas Tony Storm makes her way down to the ring for our next match of the evening. She sells inside the ring, and a Wizard of Oz we go as color returns as her theme dies down. Harley Cameron makes her way out and heads to the ring alone as Saraya, Luther, the Butler, and Mariah May have all been banned from ringside for this one. The bell sounds official overrunning this one. Storm gets the early offensive lead. She hits a big Lou Des press and then a hip tag to the back of Cameron's head sends her out to the floor. Serena Deeb appears on stage with the flag on a pole in her hands. The direction allows Harley to take over as she bashes Storm's head into the ring apron from the floor as we shift gears and head to a mid-match commercial break. As we return, we see much of the same ongoing. Then Storm takes over as Deeb is shown still watching on from the stage. Storm ends up pulling off the win moments later and stares down Deeb from the stage. So winner is Thomas Tony Storm. Alright, we have a segment coming out from the backstage and stuff. The new female member of the AEW broadcast team is standing by with AEW International Champion Roger Strong and the Undisputed Kingdom as well as Will Ospreay for their schedule face to face ahead of their title till at AEW Double Nothing 2024. Ospreay begins and talks about Strong ever respecting him. He says he has none for him either. Strong says much of the same, and then this wraps up. All right, we have a contract coming up with AEW Double Nothing. Contract signing Mercedes Moné versus Willow Nightingale. We're almost finished, guys. Back inside the arena, the ring is set up with table and chairs for contract signing segment. Renee Paquette introduces first the challenger, Mercedes Moné. Out comes the CEO to the ring. She sells inside, and her music ties down. The theme for the champ plays, and out comes TBS Women's Champion Willow Nightingale with Chris Stanlatter and Stokely Hathaway. She stops them and says she's got this and heads to the ring alone. She takes a seat across from Monet. Nightingale starts and begins by bringing up the lack of respect Monet might have for her. She asks if she does, however, respect the TBS Women's Championship. They will be fighting for AEW Double or Nothing. Monet takes her turn on the mic and says Willow might be the best woman on TBS right now, but she's the best of all time. She tries to hit Willow with the belt, but Willow avoids it and powerbombs Monet through the table. We had to another commercial break. Everybody clapped for that one. So yeah, I was kind of too. I hope Will wins at AEW or nothing. All right, main event coming up: AEW Continental Championship. Kazuchika Okada versus Dax Harwood. Main event time. We return from the break. We hear the coin drop and then the Rainmaker. Kazuchika Okada makes his way out for our final match of the evening. He sells inside the ring to loud chants of Okada, Okada, as Johnson Roberts introduces him. His music dies down and he awaits the arrival of his challenger for this week's AEW Dynamite main event. The Midnight Express sounding entrance tune for FTR plays, and out comes Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. Harwood continues to the ring alone as Wheeler heads to the back. He sells inside the square circle and his music cuts off. The bell sounds. Our official overrunning our final match of the evening. Excalibur company remind us on commentary that there is a special overrun this week, so we will be going past the 10 o'clock hour, 9:55 EST. So where I'm at, it was finished around like 9:12 or something around that time. So yeah, at this one gets started. Okada voiced the onslaught for Hardwood early on, rolling out to the floor as Dax was attempting a submission. Okada returns to the ring and starts to take over. We head to mid-match commercial break on that note. We return, we see Okada slam Hardwood into the ring post. The commentators point out Hardwood was already not 100% coming into this match. Nothing, his arm and is heavily taped. Hardwood hits a big spine buster but can't follow up. Okada gets back up and sends Hardwood out to the floor. He hits him with a big boot to the dome. Okada follows that up with a big DDT as Dax is draped off the barricade. This spikes Dax head first into the floor. So the referee stops things to check on him. Hardwood barely makes it to the ring before the referee's count of 10. He goes to stand up but collapses moments later. Dax springs to life and fires up for a big offensive combat. Hardwood folds Okada in half with a huge dragon suplex. The crowd starts to come to life. A loud "This is awesome" chant spreads throughout the Angel Winds arena as the two slowly return to their feet and begin trading chops, and then punches. Hardwood gets the better of the exchange. Hardwood looks for a sharpshooter, but Okada kicks him back so hard the back of his head smacks on the mat. We see Okada look to hoist Hardwood up for a tombstone pile driver, but Hardwood avoids it. Hardwood goes for a regular pile driver of his own, but Okada avoids it and counters with a modified neckbreaker for a close 2 count. The two head to the top rope, and Dax hits a suplex. Hardwood, Okada each go for back to back roll up. Hardwood hits a tombstone pile driver for a super close near fall attempt. Hardwood goes for a diving headbutt off the ropes, but Okada moves. Okada looks for the Rainmaker, but Hardwood ducks it and counters. He locks Okada in a sharpshooter. Okada quickly escapes. Okada heads out to the ringside area on the floor. He grabs his belt and looks like he's gonna leave, but Hardwood rolls him into the ring as the ref gets rid of the towel belt. Okada blasts Dax with a blatant low blow and follows up with the Rainmaker for the win. So winner is still AEW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada. Alright, after the match, the elite members of the Young Bucks and Jack Perry hit the ring and attack Dax Hardwood. We see Cash Wheeler and Bryan Danielson run down to try and make the save, but they fall victims of the numbers disadvantage. The theme for Darby Allin hits and he makes his way down to the ring to help out FTR and Bryan Danielson. Excalibur confirms him to be the fourth man for Anarchy in the ring. They send the elite retreating as we head off down that note. So thanks for joining us. So yeah, Darby Allin came out to join the Anarchy match for AEW Double or Nothing, all that stuff. So anyways, that was it. And so you can see right here also the shelf right here, the black shelf is kind of empty, but not all of it. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure you guys are like, what happened, so yeah, again, the shelf right here is gone also. So I don't know, you guys be seeing that in the background or not, I don't know, but it's gonna take a while. So anyways, that was it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and like, subscribe, favorite, hit that bell button or whatever, leave a comment or whatever. I don't care what you guys do on stuff. So kind of exhausted right now. I had to move so many boxes, and yeah. So anyways, that was it, and I'll see you guys in the apartment and all that stuff. So yeah. So anyways, that was it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Laters.